Good night, Vatos. Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. Let's look at the Road Glide Sport Touring, or the Road Glide ST. A beautiful bike, of course. Man, you know, it's got everything the Lowrider S has. The color scheme, the tank badging, everything I really like about it. And then it's got a little bit more. It's a bagger. It's a full-size V-twin, just like your Softails, but it has, you know, a couple pros and cons. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about something that people were bringing up in my other video, in the Lowrider ST markup, out the door fees, and stuff like that. So, I mean, this just depends on your guys' area. It depends on where you live and your location. Out here in California, we could ride these bikes year-round, which it's something that I do. I ride my bike just about every day. Today it was really cold, but yeah, I mean, I still got out there and I rode. But anyways, I believe it just depends. Some of you guys were saying the Lowrider ST, you guys were able to get, you know, 24, 25 out the door. Somewhere around 26, that seems to be about the average. But I think some of those areas, you're looking at, you know, seasonal riding, you know, snow, blizzards, stuff like that will prevent you from riding that bike. And I just don't see anybody willingly paying $10,000 of markup and fees and then financing that. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff to it. But anyways, without further ado, I guess, let's talk about the out-the-door price that I just seen for the Road Glide ST. And you're looking at about, like I said, depending on your area, but some of the higher numbers I've seen, you're looking at $43,000.
Ay, no mames, no mames.
Out the door for this one. So if you want the black one, I guess you would just remove $600 off of it. I'm guessing, or who knows, maybe it's not that sought out for, or something along the lines. Maybe the gray one, the gunship gray, is a little bit more popular, so they have that $43,000 out the door. I don't know about the black one. I know my local dealer has two Sport Tourings, but I mean, I haven't contacted them or anything like that. But based off of some of your guys' feedback, and based off of some of the comments from my Lowrider ST video out the door, yeah, I mean, we're looking at $43,000 for this one, for the gray one. So, which is pretty high, of course. I mean, this thing is marked at $30,000, so we're talking about maybe, I guess, $10,000 worth of fees, you know, $3,000 worth of additional surcharge, and taxes and stuff like that. Of course, if you're paying, you know, $40,000, $42,000, you're paying tax on that. So I don't know. I guess it's just something that people don't realize. They don't stop and think about it. Is if you're financing $42,000 and the bike's only worth $30,000, and if you were to wreck it or somebody were to steal it, then the insurance company is only going to give you so much for it. They're only going to give you what it's worth. And after a year or two, and you're still making those payments, you're going to be really upside down on your loan. It's just, man, it's just something that you shouldn't do. But hey, if you have the money, then hey, why not just do it? But you know, I don't know. It's, you know, there's a lot of things going on right now. We have a lot of shortages. There's chip shortages. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. But you know, it is what it is. The cost of living out here in California is very high. There's a lot of little things like that. And the dealer, it's actually close by. I know with the dealership, but I don't think that, you know, naming the dealer even matters. I think every dealership is doing this. There was an article the other day where they were selling a used RAV4, a Toyota RAV4, for $97,000 here in San Jose, which is absolutely nuts. To think that a RAV4, a used one, selling for $97,000. Typically, you see those RAV4s for about $30,000 to $40,000, depending on what model you get. But anyways, I mean, guys, just don't do it. Let the hype die down. I mean, it's just, I mean, the market is just so out of whack right now. And to be paying, I don't know, $10,000 worth of markup is just nuts to be doing that. So if you're looking at a standard, I wonder how much those are going for. I don't think they're as hype because of, you know, the 117. There's a lot of people in the Facebook group that think the 117 is all that. They think it's all that and a bag of chips, but it's not. I've test ridden this bike. I've been on the Lowrider S, the 117, and I've been on, of course, I've been on this one. I mean, it's not, they're not that huge an improvement. They're not worth the markup and the hype. If you guys see my other video about is this worth 30,000, man, I mean, it's got a little couple things. People were talking about how it's got a little bit of an increase in the rear end. The suspension is a little bit taller. People were talking about the heat shields, I guess. I don't know. I mean, those little things. Somebody else was saying that's like $30. The suspension, the shock. You would even have to upgrade it. If you guys seen the $1 Million Bogan's video, he said that the suspension in this thing is crap. He test rode this one as well. And that's something that I pointed out in my own video where I test rode. And you can see my handlebars. You can see the handlebars shaking. It was just, I mean, guys, just like the meme goes, just like the meme says, Harley is a t-shirt company that sells unfinished bikes. And if you guys seen $1 Million Bogan's video where he sunk in an extra $20,000 on his CVO, man, I mean, holy crap. And then to be charging, you know, $50,000 for that bike. CVOs, of course, I'm talking about CVOs. But I mean, yeah, it's a good looking bike. You guys leave your comments down below. Is that something you guys are interested in? Paying an additional $10,000, $42,000, $43,000 for this bike. I know it's a good looking bike. There's no way you look at this bike and not fall in love. I'm telling you, when I saw this bike in person, man, it was something special. There was fireworks going off. Yeah, I mean, I wanted this bike. I do still want it, but at, you know, $30,000, and you guys see my other video where I spoke about potentially going 124 on a standard and then adding a couple of those parts and performance, you're still under 30,000, and you're still way under 42, 43,000 once you calculate out the door and markup and fees, stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot you could do to these bikes. A lot of bolt-on parts. You don't have to go to a dealer. You don't have to get these done with a specialty mechanic or anything like that. You guys see my videos. I've done all my installs and all my builds, all my mods on my build right here in an area no bigger than maybe 3x5 with no, you know, compressors, no specialty tools or anything like that. The only specialty tool I used was the snap ring pliers for the clutch, of course, but everything else you could do this yourself. Honestly, you can. And then if you wanted to, stage 2 or, you know, whatever you want to do, that, I mean, there's just so many options. I'm not going to get into that, but you guys gotta just, you know, relax, let the hype die down.
Hey, take it easy.
There's been many manufacturers that have, you know, asked their dealers not to do this. Unfortunately, here in the United States, we don't have regulations like other countries. Some of you guys were talking about Australia. Some of you guys were talking about Italy. Just, you know, Europe in general, I guess. You guys just have different laws. I've seen a few TV shows on home buying in Australia. They do things completely different. Here in the United States, we have some laws, but they're like capped out. There's some states have $280 dock fees. Some states like mine have a dock fee cap of $80, but they still use this word called market value suggested price. It's not market retail suggested price, it's market value. So that's where they kind of put in that markup. So anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in to yet another video. Thanks for liking the video, and thank you for sharing your thoughts and your comments. All the feedback is much appreciated. I tried reading everything. Sorry, man, my phone's going off like crazy. I have other things I gotta get going, but anyways, you guys just stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.